This is what a good pot of Ogbono soup should look like. Rich, glossy, and so flavorful. I can tell you right now, this was absolutely delicious. Ogbono soup is one of those Nigerian soups that immediately reminds you of home, family, and comfort. It's simple yet deeply satisfying. I will start by steaming the meat. For this recipe, I'm using goat meat and shaki, also known as tripe. This is cow tripe. It cooks longer, so you want to start with this before you proceed into prepping other ingredients, as there will be enough time to do so. This meal doesn't require a lot of prep time. It is one of the simplest and fastest soup to make in Nigeria. I start by seasoning with onions, green scotch bonnet pepper, and a pair of stock cubes. No water yet. I want the seasoning to soak right into the meat. I'm sure you know what I mean. Next, let's prepare the dried fish. Growing up, I had no clue what part to keep or where to even start from the very first time my auntie gave me dried fish to clean. But I'll show you. It's quite simple and doesn't require expertise. I rinse it first in hot water, then I scrub it with salt. After that, I rinse again in hot water. Then I detach the head from the body and take out the bones. Now, some people like to cook it whole, but I like mine bone free because I do not like surprises while eating. Don't forget to check for the hook used to hold the fish together before being dried. It's always there somewhere, just check. And for the head, just remove the gills. There's that brittle part in the head. I don't take mine out most times, but if the fish is fresh, then you want to make sure that you take that part out and then keep the rest. Checking on the meat again. It cooked in its own juice just the way I like it. Once it is dried up just like this, you can now add a little water so it can cook until perfectly soft. Now for the star of the show, Ogbono. My seeds are already ground, but here's a little tip I've learned over time. Place a clean dry pan on low heat and then I add palm oil and let it get hot, not to fry. When the oil is ready, I take it off the heat and I stir in the ground Ogbono. This helps break any lumps and give a smoother texture. You don't want those clumps in your soup, trust me. One thing I've realized is that a good Ogbono soup depends on the quality of the seed. So if you've ever bought a bad one, you would know exactly what I mean. It just refuses to draw. If you have that experience, let me know in the comments. That's why I always buy the whole seeds and grind them myself, or at least I make sure I'm present when it's being ground. For those who don't know, Ogbono is the seed of bush mango. Once dried and ground, it gives you this amazing soup. Here is a picture of what the fresh one looks like, the fruit itself and then the seeds. I also had a little snail, so I'm adding that in now to cook along. And honestly, when it comes to Ogbono soup, you can go wild with protein. Goat meat, beef, shaki, intestine, cow tail, anything. This soup is meant to be rich because it is not this leafy kind of soup, so it thrives on protein and flavor. Now, another secret is spice mix. Since I started using ogiri, I've never gone back. I mean, this Igbo spice takes your local dishes from nothing to something. I am not even joking. I dissolve mine in hot water before adding it in, just to make sure that there are no lumps. And when you use natural flavor boosters like this, you won't even need many stock cubes. This is the real natural stock cubes. So my snail is ready, but the shaki still needs more time. So shaki always takes some time to soften. So I remove the goat meat and the snail and leave the shaki to continue cooking until soft and tender. Once the shaki is soft, I go in with my ground crayfish, and I am generous with it. Then I add the dissolved ogiri and another favorite, African black pepper, also known as uziza seed. These spices transform your Ogbono soup. I add the dried fish and some unshelled periwinkles, which I had soaked overnight because it is the dehydrated one, so if you have the fresh one, it's even better. I add 2 stock cubes, stir everything together and let the flavors marry beautifully. At this point, you can add water if you want, but it's better to add the Ogbono first to check how thick it is, and then you add the water if need be. And just look at this. The Ogbono looks so good. This is where the magic happens. You can literally see how active and viscous it is. That's how you know you've got a good Ogbono. I stir it in nicely, then I add pepper because any Nigerian soup that is drawy must be peppery. You know what I'm saying? After that, I reintroduced the goat meat and snail I took out earlier and stir everything together. For today, I'm using bitter leaf because that's what I have. You can also use ugu, that's fluted pumpkin leaf, if you prefer. Bitter leaf gives a nice contrast to the richness of the soup, so you don't need much. Just a little sprinkle, stir that in gently, and that's it. Your soup is ready. Just look at that. At this point, you should be serving yourself a hot bowl of delicious Ogbono soup with better fufu. Or tell me in the comments which swallow goes better with this particular soup. Just look at that. It looks so good. It tasted even better. Everything was 100%. If you've never liked Ogbono soup, try this one. Try this recipe and it will change your mind. If you've watched till this point, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell, like the video, and drop a comment if you be trying this recipe. And then the more you like this page and engage, the more it encourages me to share more videos like this. You know the drill. Till I come your way next time. Ciao.